Yeah, they're fine. Okay, so we're back with a video, but I'm to the point now I can't even watch other videos. The second I see somebody trying to use physical petting as a reward, they've lost me. In my opinion, you're not a serious pro. And I'm going to tell you why, because serious pros don't do that. Text Mark right now and go to serious pros, sit there and rub dogs' ears as a reward. that's too loaded. That's too loaded.
Your new jeans are so cute.
And they're only $4.50. I'm getting more, but I just buy them if they didn't fit. But now I know that I know what size I wear in this brand of jeans, so I can now buy another 2,000 pairs of these. Someone will tell you one day they'll be able to recycle all the jeans I have and make them into the Hindenburg. Anyway, but yeah, you cannot. Serious pro trainers are very deliberate about how they put their hands on dogs. They do not sit there and rub the back of a dog's head. They don't tap the top of their head. They don't rub the side of their face. You tell me where that would have any appeal for an animal. I've got the fastest recalls on YouTube. And I can tell you that is not a part of it. And that's why I have the fastest recalls. That is not a part of it. They're not looking for that. They are not looking for that. To dogs, they see the world through a filter, a genetic filter. Anyone does. Any being does. That's why horses spook at a white sheet hanging on a clothesline, blowing in the wind. Am I wrong? They're seeing things through a genetic filter that involves, action, reaction. Oh, the action of that sheet is causing my reaction of running away. So to dogs, honestly, if you want to be a serious skilled pro, you've got to operate from your core and you've got to do everything you can to bring that dog into your core. And I don't want to sound all, but it is sort of Zen-like. I mean, if you said, that this dog really loved me. I mean, it really would look at you like you're Billy Joe Armstrong. I'm not sure the purest love, human love, isn't that servant's heart, where they're looking at you like, not only tell me what to do, but I'll take it upon myself, not only to figure it out, but to do it better. I'll wait till you see Sparkly. Sparkly's now got a little parade move. I can go like this with my hand. And he jumps up in the air. So now all I've got to do is teach these people a series of very complicated maneuvers with their hands and their body. And they're going to be putting on a parade for their whole neighborhood. And that dog is not, nobody is looking. People just want to touch things. And if I told you the way to draw a dog to you is to make every maneuver that you can away. And so if you were just standing there, the way that you could go is here. You could go inside yourself. They say that about people. Oh, he's all inside himself. Is that something they say? But if this was an acting class, and maybe that's what I should teach is acting, maybe that's my forte. Maybe that's my forte, is acting, because I'm putting on some pretty good performances. And you've got to do that with dogs. If you're it isn't saying good boy and petting their head. The second somebody does that, and I do have one video, that old Weimaraner, I'm going to tell you why I did it like that. Because those people did it. In older dogs, there is, I think I would go like this on its head. But very, like it was made of paper mache. And I'm not sure why I was doing that. Unless there are times that you are going to do certain gestures to make you recognizable as the handler. Dogs that are potentially handler aggressive. I don't know if that makes any sense. Anyway, I'll tell you we haven't heard from Ricky. Are you going to tell me Ricky has not noticed our Facebook is gone? Tony messages. Oh, Tony wants to bring it. Okay, I don't like that excuse. Everyone else noticed. Yeah, I'm busy, but I'm doing other things. No, busy's not an excuse. Busy means I'm too busy for you. Anyway, forget about that. That's what I want you guys to think of. Would you run to an entity that wanted to crudely rub your ears and head? You have got to, if you want to be a serious pro, and I've decided if there's 5 people that want to learn this method, then I'm fine with that. You know what I mean? If it's Candy, Ricky, Chelsea, I don't know if you're out there, Chelsea, and believe me, if you want to, still want to come, of course I want you to come. I definitely want you to take that thing off the Fred Hassan thing, though. I just decided, and I am radical and stuff, but I decided I don't want the support of people that support Fred Hassan. And I don't have anything against him. I don't have anything for him. I don't want the support of people that support him, though. That's what I decided. That's what got me. I don't want the support. If there's 5 people that want to learn this method at this point in time, well, I'm just saying, I'm fine with that. I don't have any obligation to try to just sit there and give my whole heart and care and try to help these people when they're just viewing you as an insignificant, you know what I mean? I don't really know how to describe it. Like the way these dogs view the owner. All of you owners out there, though, that's what you've got to think of. And we're going to do a couple videos about it. But if I said every move you make with your dog needs to give the appearance of moving away, and you said, well, I'm just standing still. How can I do that? I'd say you've got to figure it out. Because I can tell you what Billy Joe Armstrong's doing. Not going towards anyone. He's not emailing these fans. And I'll tell you what they're doing. Staring at him like with the servant's heart. With the servant's heart. I'm not sure that isn't, what loyalty is. And that's the purest love you can have from a dog. Is a dog that not only is at the ready to do what you want, but is ready to take what it is you want and add their own extra flair. That's it. It's not, you would be hard pressed, even though I do pet Shoe. But if you ask who I am, her response would be some chick that lives here. I think that maybe she's, I don't know, some kind of manager or something. I don't know, from what the other ones say. But, to me, I don't know. That's, from what I can gather, she just lives here. Yeah.
In my house, yeah, she just lives here.
Well, yeah, she just, she's some sort of, yeah. So, and I'm aware of that. That's what our relationship is. I haven't tried to put it down. I can make the dog come to me. But I've skated it around to make it seem, and I've safeguarded that. Oh, I wait until I get some really good treats, and then I do call her. She's made it by default her mission to, and I'm sure in her mind she's saying, you've got to keep an eye on her too. She wanders off. I should go in the back or anything. Keep an eye on her, make sure. Because she's the only one that knows how to work that can opener thing. Oh no, that's what who is she? The only one that seems to be able to work the can opener. And she's an idiot. She tries to put the treats up, but Jesus, all you got to do is wait till she goes outside. Well, you can hear her out there talking. Well, you can hear her out there you can hear her out there talking to the other ones. You can make a fast move. And she does seem surprised when she comes back in. Well, nothing happens. I just yawn on the couch. And then later I get kisses. So, this chick's all over me. Oh, that's what she's saying. But I am very deliberate about how I do it. And boxers are more, and there are going to be dogs that are more predisposed. If you ask me which is the least interested in having any kind of physical interaction, I'd say without a doubt that Doberman. Hands down. Hands down. That's why the dog needs a Jedi. Only Jedis understand that concept. And I'm going to show you something I'm doing with him, and I'm probably not going to be able to take him running this one. He ran down these people's driveway, and oh my God. I think all these people, there's one people, that dog always bark. I mean, I don't know if but when I went back by again, they had all their lights off. They're probably in there with night vision glasses trying to figure out what the hell's out there. Anyway, but you know, I've got that dog. I can put my finger in the collar, and it would be like a very obedient child saying, hold my hand before we cross the street, to keep him to the side when the cars come. The dog moves too fast. I'm not going to tell him to down. I'm going to safeguard the dog by putting my finger in the collar, not to hold the dog, but for the dog to understand that that means remain stationary. And I probably could teach him a pretty fast stand stay with that. But he is not interested at all in physical petting. Boxers, yes, that sort of makes you seem like another boxer to them. I'm going to tell you how to seem like another boxer to a boxer. Exhale through your nose a lot. Am I wrong? You can tell when that boxer's around by that, can't you? Don't you hear it? You know it's that dog. And anybody that's got boxers knows what I'm talking about. They blow out their nose. And it makes a certain specific sound. That's how they recognize other boxers. I do that to you. Anyway, you guys, so I just saw this terrible video on Vimeo with this chick using the nick and continuous to make a 4.5-year-old puppy come, which wasn't bad enough, but it was a shepherd. And I tell people, I'm maniacal about telling people, do not rub their ears, do not rub their head. They are not looking for that. And the reason is dogs are hardwired to understand what gestures towards your ears are, because that is all other dogs do. Your ears, your cheek, your legs. That's why they don't like their toenails trimmed. You might as well be biting their leg. Watch what dogs, yeah. You see how she bites the other one's legs? Look what they do as soon as their legs start getting bitten. You know, they don't just stand there. I mean, anyway, guys, so that's if you want to be the most serious of serious pros, you have got to say, one of my skills is to my natural ebb and flow of life does not involve any moving towards the animal. And if you said, oh, that's alpha, 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 it's really nothing to do with alpha. As much as it is, we're going to do the drawing thing too. I think I bought a new drawing pad, did I?
Yes.
It was only a small one. It was the only thing I could get. But again, if you GPS'd a dog, every dog's got its own little ebb and flow of movement, but it's got a lot of curves. It's got a lot of turns. You saw that video. If you haven't seen the toy, the one with the little dog and the toy, you know, all the maneuvers it's making, you know, all the evasive maneuvers, those turns and everything. You know, if I said I have a way to install that into the dynamic with you, except for I'm taking the turn and moving it back in your direction, that would seem plausible. You know, not I'm going to teach this dog. It must obey its master. And when I say stop, you better stop. I swear to God, there's people like that. So I don't know. Well, and dogs that are sharp don't want to be touched. And, you know, dogs like Ellie, they like to be petted. But, oh no, I don't do it. I don't do it because he becomes unmanageable. Just like Bronson, they start throwing their head into you. It's almost like a bull. Or slamming into you, or not staying still. Not staying still. The ideal dog that you could pet, and I've got some that I can do, but you need to understand, and I'm going to tell you where you can use grooming or petting as a concept. If they interpret what you're doing as grooming, write that down, Summer. Any petting by you, and they don't understand a lot of dogs. Dogs that live with other dogs often will understand the concept of grooming because they'll lick the other one's ear, usually if they've got gunk in their ear. But people always go, oh, it loves it. It licks its ear. You know, so there is that concept in dogs. And there is the concept, and dogs will do it to people too. And I don't recommend you letting them do that because it gives you blood blisters. But they'll, you know, go like that on your, you know, your, like they're getting fleas off of you, kind of like monkeys do. They'll do that to other dogs. You know, like if there was a flea, they kind of, I mean, ours don't really do that because they don't have fleas, but no, they don't. Well, I guess I could actually. Well, no, they just kind of on their on the fur of another dog. So dogs do, write that down, understand the concept of grooming. Not all dogs, because Max, when Carol went to groom him, he attacked. Write that down. Max attacked when groomed. So again, if you said this dog was never privy to the information, to the grooming handbook, I would say absolutely. That would be my professional opinion. Serious pros don't. Kurt and Helen will back me up on this one, and I hope they're coming over. Text Helen and said, what did Kurt say? Text Helen and say, what did Kurt say? And we've got to make sure I've got some room on my phone, or I'm going to have to bring the camera to dinner to get them on the episodes. You don't. If you are a person that cannot stop touching every dog you see, please find another line of work. Please become a groomer. And a lot of those dogs don't like to be touched, I'll tell you. A groomer, I'll tell you. Ask any groomer. In fact, call any groomer shop and say, what size muzzles do you keep? I'll tell you what size muzzles they keep. Every size. Zach George had that video, why every dog should learn to wear a muzzle. In 26 years, I've had one dog that I thought needed to wear a muzzle. What was that?
Oh, that was just a big dog.
Getting in a fight?
Yeah, just messing with people. But Skylar started something.
Oh no, something's going on. Look at that bulldog.
Yeah,
Oh no, I'll tell you what that was. And that's who Birdie is. Oh no, without even, no. Oh no, Birdie bit the bulldog. And I'm going to tell you how I know that, just by the aftermath of the crime. The bulldog is totally bowed up. Birdie is on the move and going over there to lay down. That's what he does after he bites them. You know, so again, that's what happened. Skylar may have been collateral damage, but I don't know why he's always in the wrong place. Anyway, you guys, that's the title of this video. Serious pros don't put their hands on dogs in the context of believing that it's any kind of way to elicit behaviors. We need to contact Cattle and Cornea too. Please go to my email and put Cattle and Cornea. Well, no, just put, what did Kurt say? Are you guys coming over? Or can you come over? I don't want them to feel bad if they can't come over. They are my big supporters. And Helen doesn't understand. Helen's a stronger person than I am in a lot of ways. And that's why I admire her. She doesn't understand, that why I can't just tell these people to fuck off. She really doesn't. And I'm sure to her it makes me seem weak. I do. I'm sure it makes me seem weak to her. If she can come over, I'll be able to explain it. I'll be able to explain it. No, she just sees it as weakness. She does Schutzen. It's all about the courage test. To her, I'm failing the Facebook courage test because I can't stay on there and fight the bullies. But that's where I came to the realization of it. I am sad, and I don't mind being sad. I don't mind being sad in this world. And I'm sad because I'm that radical, that I don't want the support of people that support Fred Hassett. I don't want anybody to hate him. My friend Nancy hates him. Oh, no, in fact, let's email Nancy. No, in fact, let's text Nancy right now. Yeah, oh yeah, she's on there. Nancy's another one of my mentors. Yeah, Nancy will be on board. Text Nancy and say, I had to close my Facebook. All my friends supported. I found out a lot of my friends were Fred Hassett fans. Let's just see what she says. Do you blame me? Nancy loves me. Nancy loves me, and yeah, she'll know who he is. She knows who he is. Just because one time Nancy needed something. Oh, I know what it was. It was this drug called Serenia that someone that I'd gotten from one of my vets. And it was expired, and I was going to throw it away. And Nancy needed it. One of her dogs got leptospirosis, and they were charging her like $90 an injection. And so I said, oh, I'll mail it to you. And I did. I ran to the post office and mailed it to him. You know, like she never forgets that. She always reminds me about it. It's the only reason I even remember it. But like to her, that was like such a big deal that I sent her this expired medication that I was going to throw out.
It might have to be Sunday. We will try, but here, I found it there for passing fans. I'm just going to send it.
Okay,
I had
yeah.
to close my Facebook. I found it.
All right, just tell Helen, okay. Because Kurt and Helen probably have to train. They're going to the Nationals. Benjamin's father's going to the Nationals. Benjamin's father's going to the DVG shows at the Nationals, I think.
But it might have to be Sunday. I'll let you know as soon as I can.
Okay, just put, okay, if not, just come the next weekend. They probably have to go to the Nationals then. Or just put, okay, just
let me know.
Just put, okay, just whenever you can. Anyway, Lee's going to start going on pet too. Yeah, I told her. It's time to start coming up with some tricks and behavior modeling and, oh yeah, obedience trained pig. Pretty sure we could go viral with that one. If we could get her doing the little parade move and downing and all these things, nobody's seen anything like that. I guess that's the deal, though. And I'm going to ram this message down people's throats. If you want to be good at this, if you want dogs to look at you the second you pick up a leash, let them know. Part of our relationship is not going to be my hand. This is what they're seeing.
She said, love you.
Yeah, they can't even see you.
No.
This is you. Behind your hands coming at them. That's not the filter you want them to see you through. If I can hands down tell you the dog that does not want to have its be touched is that Doberman. And none of them do. If you can ask a dog, if you can sit on a couch and scoot and keep going in and out and ask a dog to keep coming closer and closer to you with your body language, then you don't need this video. If you can't do that and you want to know how to do that, then that's the secret right there. I'm honestly believing if we separated the people that do, I guarantee Bart Balone doesn't do that. I guarantee he doesn't rub their ears. Anything clean. I'm sure some people do tend to sort of rub them after the exercise. I think, honestly, that's just obligatory. They're not doing it during. That's the line you have to draw. People that understand that concept and people that don't. That's how black and white it is. If you want to be good and if you want to develop methodologies, job one, become the best actor that you can that speaks to that dog with your body language that says every move I have is drawing you to me. And not even drawing you to me. In their mind, it should be going away from you. And don't let me go. Yeah. Except for when they're a little puppy, run off. That's what Nilla and all them. Oh, yeah. Oh, you don't know what you've got till it's gone. If I get a little puppy desperately looking for me, by its own volition of going off somewhere and not paying attention to Billy Joe Armstrong. Anyway, I guess we're going to go to video, so stay tuned.